Welcome to our supercalifragilisticexpialidocious family night. Before we begin, I would like to inform you that we have an upcoming idiom dress-up day, October 28th. Ask your teacher for more information. Again, welcome. This is Miss Davis, and I will be your guide through our vexing vocabulary adventure. Tonight's adventures will include discovering the goodies that were sent home today for this virtual parent night, reading a vexing vocabulary adventure with the teacher, learning and playing a fun activity with family members, learning about our Read to Achieve guidelines for K-3 students, viewing our school's annual public meeting and discovering what it means to be a Title I school, and of course, taking a survey for a chance to win our raffle. So are you ready for these extravagant events? Let's go. First up, vocabulary escapades with a book. Did you know the word escapades means adventures? In your family night take-home bag, you will find materials for tonight. The game will be used after we read our book. There is also a book that your child picked out that you can read together at a later time. We are going to read a book focused on metaphors titled Love. Watch and listen as Miss Fry reads, discusses, and helps you think about some of the words in this book. Pause the video if needed to discuss the words and phrases with your family.
Hey everybody, I want to share with you this awesome book tonight. It is called Love by Matt De La Pena and Lauren Long. This book is full of interesting words and phrases and metaphors that we are going to explore today. So let's get started. This is Love by Matt De La Pena. I'm going to try to hold it to where you can, this is better, to where you can see the pictures. Okay. It says, for Stephen Malk, for my mother and father, for a life of love. All right. It says, in the beginning there is a light, and two wide-eyed figures standing near the foot of your bed. The sound of their voices is love. So, in the beginning there is light and two wide-eyed figures. What do you think the two wide-eyed figures, what are they talking about? Well, I'm looking and I'm thinking maybe the two wide-eyed figures are the mom and the dad standing there. It looks like they're standing over a crib. So maybe they're looking at their baby. It says near the foot of your bed, and the sound of their voices is love. A cab driver plays Love softly on his radio, while you bounce in the back with the bumps of the city, and everything smells new, and it smells like life. Interesting. So I see here that we're comparing things to love. The cab driver plays Love softly on his radio, so maybe like he's playing music that represents love. It says everything smells new, and it smells like life. What do you think life smells like? Well, look at the picture. There's a hot dog, trees, maybe flowers in the background. All those smells come together and they make it smell like life. Love, too, is the smell of crashing waves and a train whistling blindly in the distance, and each night the sky above your trailer turns the color of love. It's talking about love as the waves and the sunset. In a crowded concrete park, you toddle toward summer sprinklers, while older kids skip rope and run up the slide, and soon you are running among them, and the echo of your laughter is love. So our main character is growing up, right? He's gone from a baby to toddling. Think about a toddler, how you walk when you're just learning how to walk. You might be wobbly on your feet. And the echo of your laughter is love. So joy is also love. This book, I think it's trying to show us the meaning of love, right? Through metaphors and comparisons. One night, the fire alarm blares. You're pulled from sleep and whisked out into the street, where a quiet old lady is pointing to the sky. Stars shine long after they've flamed out, she tells you, and the shine they shine with is love. Stars shine long after they've flamed out. What do you know about stars? We know that there are like big balls of burning gas in the sky, right? Eventually, they stop burning. They flame out. And the shine they shine with is love. So they're appreciating the stars. But it's not only stars that flame out, you discover. It's summers too. And friendships. And people. So everything comes to an end. Friendships come to an end. People come to an end. Summers come to an end. One day you find your family nervously huddled around the TV. But when you ask what happened, they answer with silence and shift between you and the screen. Something must have happened. Something bad must have happened on the TV. What do you think that could be? In your dream that night, you're searching for a love that seems lost. You open and close drawers, lift cushions, empty old toy bins, but there's nothing. So the character in our story is looking for the love that they feel like is lost because of these things coming to an end. You wake with a start in the arms of a loved one who bends to your ear and whispers, "It's okay, it's okay, it's love." So you wake up with a start. You wake up very startled, right? That word start makes me think of startled. You wake up suddenly, but you're in the arms of a loved one, of someone who loves you. And they bend to your ear and say, "It's okay, it's okay, it's love." So the person comforting you is showing you love. And in time, you learn to recognize a love overlooked. A love that wakes at dawn and rides to work on the bus. A slice of burned toast that tastes like love. So you're starting to notice, right? To recognize. When we recognize things, we notice them. A love overlooked. Maybe a love that most people don't pay attention to. A love that wakes at dawn and rides to work on the bus. So I think that that's talking about their dad going to work with them or going to work every day for them so that he can provide for his family, right? That shows love. When your parents have to go to work, it's not because they don't love you, it's because they have to work in order to support you. So they're showing you love that way. A love that wakes at dawn and rides to work on the bus, a slice of burned toast that tastes like love. So somebody's giving him the burned toast. So that's love too. And it's love in each deep crease of your grandfather's face as he lowers himself onto an overturned bucket of fish. So it's the wrinkles in your grandfather's face. How could there be love in the wrinkles of your grandfather's face? Think about the life of your grandfather. And it's love in the rustling leaves of gnarled trees lined behind the flower fields. The rustling leaves, you can hear the wind blowing through the trees, and that's love too, an appreciation for life. And it's love in the made-up stories your uncles tell in the backyard between wild horseshoe throws. And the man in rags outside the subway station plays love notes that lift into the sky like tiny beacons of light. Like tiny little rays of love going up to the sky, like little tiny bolts of light, right? Look at his face and how much he's enjoying himself and all the joy that he's putting out into the world. And the face staring back in the bathroom mirror, this too is love. So that's you. You are love. So when the time comes for you to set off on your own, heavy winds will sweep past your building and great gray clouds will congregate above. Your loved ones will stand there like puddles beneath their umbrellas, holding you tight and kissing you and wishing you good luck. So when you have to leave home, there's all these gray clouds gathered, they congregated, they gathered above you. And your loved ones are there like puddles beneath their umbrellas, holding you tight and kissing you and wishing you luck. But it won't be luck you'll leave with, because you'll have love. You'll have love, love, love. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this story. You have a game to do, and Miss Bowser is going to explain that game to you. But I would encourage you to watch this video with your family, and when you're done watching it, talk about it. What does love mean to you? How do you see love every day? In your family, in your community, at your school? Where do you see love?
What a great book. Thanks, Miss Fry. Now, are you ready for an invigorating or exciting activity? Up next is our vocabulary venture with a game. Did you know the word venture means activity? Now we're going to play a game focused on the book we just read. Let's play Connect 4 Vocabulary Edition. Get out your goodies for the game. These directions should also be included. Let's watch and listen as Miss Bowser shows us how to play.
Hey parents and children, I am so excited that you are joining us to play our game. So this is 5th grade and we just read the book called Love, and we are looking at the different phrases and words in the text, and we're going to play a game similar to Connect 4. Okay, so each of you are going to go ahead and cut out your pieces. We have gray ones and we have yellow ones. So somebody's the gray side, somebody's the yellow side. And we're going to go ahead and just like we play Connect 4, pick places you want to cover on the grid. And you want to get 4 in a row. And you can block your opponent, or you can just add on to yours to try and get 4. Okay, so for example, I'm going to go first. I'm going to the gray team. I'm going to say crease. Crease may be like a wrinkle or a mark when you fold paper. So that's my description, and I'm going to put my chip on there. Okay, so my partner or my person I'm playing against might want to say the word recognize. Recognize is when you notice or realize that you are familiar with something or someone, or an act someone does. So recognize, I'm going to cover that one. You guys can agree together or disagree on the term, and when you look or when you question it, you can actually look back in the text and see how the word was used or the phrase was used. Okay, so I'm gray, and I want to make sure that they really can't get 4 in a row here, but they blocked me on this side, so I'm going to cover here. Whisked. So whisked, I know my grandma uses a whisk to go ahead when she mixes stuff. So whisked might be like quickly pushing along or quickly moving along. So I'm gray. I'm going to cover my whisked with my gray leaf. Okay, so now my opponent might say, uh-oh, if she goes here, she's going to get 4 in a row. So I'm going to block her right here. So I'm going to say, oh, I'm covering rustling leaves. Rustling leaves is when they kind of move a little bit and make that little swishy sound when they're in a pile. They kind of rustle. Okay, so that person then just blocked me. Okay, so you'll keep going, and let's say I defined or described wide-eyed figures, and let's say my partner or my opponent blocked that wake with a start, and you'll just keep going until someone gets 4 in a row, and you want to block the other person from getting 4 in a row. Whoever gets 4 in a row first is the winner. So have fun using these metaphors, using these phrases, and understanding the words that were in the text from our wonderful book that we read about love.
I can't wait to play. Thanks, Miss Bowser. Go ahead and pause this video. Take time to play this game with a family member. I hope you had fun playing with your family. Did you know you can buy board games from the store that also strengthen your vocabulary? Try finding these games like Apples to Apples, Headbands, Pictionary, or Scrabble. Let's move on to additional or more information. If you do not have a kindergarten through 3rd grade student, you can skip ahead about 5 minutes of this video. Do you know what guidelines are? It means rules. Let's learn about the guidelines of the North Carolina Read to Achieve law for all kindergarten through 3rd grade students.
This recording is designed to help all parents and guardians of North Carolina public school students in kindergarten through 3rd grade understand the North Carolina Read to Achieve law. Throughout the presentation, you will see the translation of Spanish at the bottom of the screen. The goal of this legislation is for all students to become proficient readers by the end of 3rd grade. Read to Achieve outlines reading requirements for elementary students and describes what schools will be doing to assist children in reaching the proficiency goal. In every North Carolina kindergarten through 3rd grade class, a student's literacy development is measured regularly using M-Class Dibbles 8th edition. Dibbles 8th edition is an assessment tool for all K-3 students, and it enables teachers to automate scoring and receive instant targeted instructional recommendations. This assessment helps teachers understand what instruction your child needs. By state law, if your child is reading below grade level or struggling with reading, the school must inform you of exactly what type of reading difficulty your child is having and what instructions or interventions are being used to help advance his or her skills. All parents and guardians should receive a Read to Achieve parent notification letter each month. The goal of the state is to ensure that every student read at or above grade level by the end of third grade and continue to progress in reading proficiency so that he or she can read, comprehend, integrate, and apply complex text needed for secondary education and career success. By the end of third grade, students are expected to be an independent reader, which means that they can read and understand words, sentences, and paragraphs, and answer comprehension questions about their reading. At the beginning of third grade, all students will take the BOG for reading. This is the beginning of grade test. Parents will receive the results of these tests. If students receive a proficiency level on the BOG, they have met the requirements for the Read to Achieve law. All students must still take the EOG in each spring. Third grade students are tested in reading and math. Their scores fall into one of 5 proficiency levels, ranging from level 1, which is the lowest, to level 5, which is the highest. The Read to Achieve law requires third graders who score at level 1 or 2 in reading on the third grade end of grade test to be retained and not promoted to fourth grade. However, students can receive a good cause exemption by showing proficiency on a Read to Achieve test, which is given after the EOG, a local alternative assessment approved by the State Board of Education, or through a completed reading portfolio. There are a few additional exemptions. Students who do not show proficiency after third grade or who do not qualify for a good cause exemption are encouraged to attend reading camp. This camp will be provided by the local school district and will be of no cost to you. The reading camps will offer at least 72 hours of instruction. Students are encouraged to attend reading camps for extra support toward reading proficiency. More information about reading camp will be shared later in the year. If the student is still not proficient at the end of the summer, a decision is made by the principal and teachers most familiar with the student about the placement for the following year. Why is the law being implemented? This law focuses on early identification and early intervention for students who are struggling with reading skill development and comprehension. In order to reduce the need for high remedial classes in middle and high schools, to increase the graduation rate, and to have all students college and career ready at graduation, the state needs to be proactive in its approach to offer multiple and intensive opportunities for struggling readers at an early age. For more information, you may contact your child's school or visit the website below, https://instructure.com/courses/1524.
All right. And last on our list of adventures are Title I information. Do you know what it means to acquire knowledge? It means to learn. Let's learn about what it means to be a Title I school. I will play the video first in English, then in Spanish. Each video is about 5 minutes long.
Hello, and welcome to the Title I Annual Public Meeting. What is Title I? Title I is the largest single federal funding source for education. It is intended to help ensure that all children have the opportunity to obtain a high-quality education and reach proficiency on challenging state academic content and performance standards. Title I began with the passage of the Elementary and Secondary Education Act, or ESEA, of 1965, which provided federal funding for high-poverty schools to help students who were behind academically and at risk of falling behind. Current federal guidance governing the use of Title I funds is provided by the Every Student Succeeds Act, or ESSA, which was passed in December of 2015. Eligibility and expenditures. In the Randolph County school system, elementary schools with free and reduced lunch percentages of 50 or more are eligible to receive the Title I funding. Title I funds are used to upgrade the operation of the entire school. Title I funds are used to fund additional teachers to reduce class size, fund tutors, fund additional reading specialists, purchase materials, supplies, and equipment, provide professional development for teachers and staff, provide parent and family engagement events. Current plans for utilizing this year's 2021 Title I funds include the continuation of similar types of expenditures at the school level. The following schools are Title I schools within our school district. What are the components of Title I? All Title I schools must complete an annual comprehensive needs assessment that drives the aspects of the school's operations. School reform strategies must be implemented to address identified needs. There must be high quality and ongoing professional development for staff. Parent and family engagement is a critical and integral part of the day-to-day operations in a Title I school, and strategies must be in place to assist in the transitions between academic grade levels. Teachers are actively involved in the use of assessments, and instructional decisions are driven by data analysis. Title I schools must conduct an annual review of the effectiveness of the school-wide program, and Title I schools must coordinate and integrate resources and services from federal, state, and local sources. Parent involvement in our Title I schools. As mentioned, Every Student Succeeds Act, or ESSA, has a requirement that describes the rights of parents to be involved in their child's school and requires that programs, activities, and procedures shall be planned and implemented with meaningful consultation with parents of participating children. Federal law mandates that Title I schools include parents in the school improvement process and on the school improvement team. Our district, the Randolph County School System, has parent involvement policies, which have been adopted. The Title I Parent and Family Engagement Policy, or Policy Code 1320-3560, drives the engagement that we have in a Title I school. In addition, our school district has the Parent Involvement Policy Code 1310-4002. Both can be accessed on the district website by clicking on the Board of Education link and conducting a search with these policy number codes. Parent and family engagement in the Title I schools provides multiple informational parent and family engagement events, including an annual public meeting, which is this presentation here, that are designed to assist in creating and fostering relationships between the home and the school in order to best meet the needs of every child. Each spring, Title I school surveys parents to determine how to continue to meet the needs of the students and families in the communities they serve. And information from the survey is examined and discussed by the school improvement team at each school. We also have a student school parent compact. ESSA affirms that student academic achievement is a shared responsibility between the school and home. The compact outlines how parents, school staff, and students will share the responsibility for improved student academic achievement throughout the school year. We ask that you sign and return this compact if you have not done so. We ask that you share updated information if your phone number or email changes. We appreciate your time this evening. If you have questions or comments, please ask your school administrator. Thank you for your continued support of the Randolph County School System. Hola y bienvenidos a la reunión anual pública anual del programa Título 1. ¿Qué es Título 1? Título 1 es la fuente de financiamiento federal más grande para la educación. Su objetivo es ayudar a garantizar que todos los niños tengan la oportunidad de obtener una educación de alta calidad y alcanzar el dominio de los estándares académicos y de desempeño desafiantes del Estado. El Título 1 comenzó con la aprobación de la Ley de Elementary and Secondary Act o la Ley de Primarias y Secundarias, conocido como ESEA, en 1965, que proporcionó fondos federales para las escuelas de alta pobreza para ayudar a los estudiantes que estaban atrasados académicamente y en riesgo de quedarse atrás. La ley federal Every Student Succeeds Act o Cada Niño Triunfa, o conocido por ESA, que se aprobó en diciembre de 2015, proporciona la orientación federal actual que rige el uso de fondos del Título 1. El sistema escolar del condado de Randolph y las escuelas primarias con un porcentaje de almuerzos gratuitos o de precios reducidos del 50% o más son elegibles para recibir los fondos del programa Título 1. Los fondos se utilizan para mejorar el funcionamiento de toda la escuela. Los fondos del Título 1 en nuestro sistema escolar se utilizan para financiar maestros adicionales para reducir el tamaño de la clase, tutores de fondos, financiar especialistas en lectura adicionales, comprar materiales, suministros y equipo, proporcionar desarrollo profesional para maestros y personal escolar y proporcionar eventos de participación de padres y familias. Las escuelas primarias bajo Título 1 en el sistema escolar son los siguientes. Los componentes de Título 1, la escuela bajo el programa debe completar una evaluación integral anual para las necesidades que impulsa todos los aspectos de las operaciones de la escuela. Se deben implementar estrategias de reforma escolar para abordar las necesidades identificadas y debe haber un desarrollo profesional continuo y de alta calidad para el personal escolar. La participación de los padres y familias es una parte fundamental y integral de las operaciones diarias de una escuela bajo el programa Título 1 y deben existir estrategias para ayudar en las transiciones entre los niveles académicos. Los maestros participan activamente en el uso de evaluaciones y las decisiones de instrucción se basan en los análisis de datos. Las escuelas bajo Título 1 deben realizar una revisión anual de la efectividad del programa escolar. Las escuelas bajo Título 1 deben coordinar y integrar recursos y servicios de fuentes federales, estatales y locales. La ley de ESA describe los derechos de los padres a participar en la escuela de sus hijos y requiere que los programas, actividades y procedimientos se planifiquen y implementen con una consulta significativa con los padres de niños participantes. La ley federal exige que las escuelas de Título 1 incluye a los padres en el proceso de mejora escolar y en el equipo de mejoramiento escolar o conocido como SIT. El sistema escolar del condado de Randolph ha adoptado una política de participación de los padres y la familia del programa Título 1. Es Código de Política 1320-3560. También tenemos la política de participación de padres 1310-4002. Se puede acceder a ambas políticas en el sitio web del distrito haciendo clic en el enlace de la Junta Educativa y realizando una búsqueda con estos códigos de números de política. Cada escuela bajo Título 1 ofrece múltiples eventos informativos de participación de padres y familia, incluida como esta reunión pública anual y reuniones que están designados para ayudar a crear y fomentar relaciones entre el hogar y la escuela para satisfacer mejor las necesidades de cada niño. Cada primavera las escuelas bajo Título 1 realizan una encuesta y los padres para determinar cómo continuar satisfaciendo las necesidades de los estudiantes y las familias en las comunidades a las que sirven. La información de la encuesta es examinada y discutida por el equipo de mejoramiento escolar en cada escuela. El acuerdo de estudiante, escuela y padre. Esa afirma que el rendimiento académico de los estudiantes es una responsabilidad compartida entre la escuela y el hogar. El acuerdo o compact describe cómo los padres, el personal escolar y los estudiantes compartirían la responsabilidad de mejorar el rendimiento académico de los estudiantes a lo largo del año escolar. Padres, le pedimos que si no ha firmado este acuerdo o el compact, que lo haga y que lo regrese a la escuela y además en cualquier momento que cambie su número telefónico o su correo electrónico, que lo vaya a actualizar con la escuela de su hijo. ¿Preguntas o comentarios? Por favor, si tiene preguntas, es de hablar con el administrador de su escuela. Gracias por su atención y su continuo apoyo al sistema escolar del condado de Randolph.
Okay, let's proceed. At last, farewell. Did you know that was a synonym for goodbye? Remember, on Thursday, October 28th, please join us for Idiom Dress-Up Day. Idioms are sayings like under the weather, pulling someone's leg, eyes in the back of your head. Sayings that mean something different than what the words actually say. Please take a moment to fill out the survey to be entered into our drawing to win a prize. The survey link should be sent to you by your student's teacher. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope you enjoyed our vexing vocabulary adventures. Have a wonderful night.